it says I'm live here. We'll see if I actually am or not. I had some technical issues out here today, y'all. Those of you watching after the fact, I apologize if my attitude's a little sour this morning because had some camera difficulties. Anytime I try something new with technology, it don't always work out. Today's been one of them days. We're gonna try something here though. We're gonna experiment for a little while and see if we can get some stuff dialed in with this camera mount and camera setups here. So let's see what we can do. There's Big Mike, Austin McElvin, Chris. Okay, I got some people in here now. Actually live. I've apparently got service. That's a good thing. There's my Chris Bell Catfish Club member. What's up, Chris? Brian Forrest and his horse named Toby. John Duck, Riley Taylor. All right, we got some people in here. Yeah, y'all, today was a little bit just messing around kind of day for me. I was just coming out here. I thought it was going to rain all weekend, but we've got a window here this morning, perfectly clear on the radar. So I thought I was going to come out and just get me some skipjack, maybe some white bass, and try this camera mount here I'm messing around with. I'll come out, and of course, the skipjack and white bass fishing, it's been a total bust, right? So I thought, well, okay, well, let me try this whole camera stuff. So I was going to try to use my GoPro camera for a live stream camera. I wanted to try it out, right? Because it's better quality. I can save the footage as I'm live. And I thought today's a good day to just test that. Well, I set up the whole GoPro live stream. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've watched YouTube videos. I mean, that's how you learn anything in life, right? You watch YouTube videos. Well, I messed it up. I was told there would be a little bit of a lag between the GoPro footage and the YouTube footage, about 30 seconds. And I thought, well, that's fine because hell, I'm always 10 minutes behind in the chat anyway. Well, it went live for about 30 seconds. It never clicked on YouTube, and then my camera shut off. I thought, well, hell with it. You know, I'll just film, I brought my ultralight rod. I'm just going to film like a regular video out here this morning, then just catching whatever. Well, now my GoPro's messed up. Whatever I've done in the settings there to try to make it a live stream camera, now I got no audio. So it's like, gosh, dog it. So that's a hassle for another day, by God. I got the camera set up here. We're going to try out this mount at least. We're at least going to rock that this morning. Try it out and hopefully catch some stuff down through here and see how it's going. So somebody hit me up. Brandon Baraz, their Catfish Club member, just hit me with a 20 spot. Thank you, Brandon. You're a good man. Flegel Family Adventures hit me with a 5 spot. Good golly. Let's see if we can catch y'all some fish over here. Enough of me rambling on here about my GoPro issues. Lord, we got a bunch of people already tuned in here. I've been live for 3 minutes. I ain't made the first cast. Here's the first cast, y'all. Let's see if we can hit one. We're gonna try a few different things with this camera today. Here was a splash right over there. We're gonna try it up here. May move it up front. We're gonna put it on the chest a little bit. I kind of want this to gonna be a test thing today, right? We're just gonna mess around with this. Hopefully get some stuff dialed in for future live streams here. I've been wanting to try out that GoPro as the live stream camera for a while. And like I said, I don't know what the hell I done. Here's a fish though. I don't know what I done to that camera, but I done jacked it up. I hate GoPro. Here's just the fish. Brandon Miraz, here's you one, buddy. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, easy bluegill. All right, we're gonna hold this up. We're gonna see if this thing auto focuses. I played with some of my settings on the phone. No, it's not. Heck yeah. All right. I may have done one damn thing right with technology today, y'all. I might have got one thing right. Let's make another cast over here. Let's see if we can get one for Flegel Family Adventures here. They just hit me again. Dedicate a fish to Charlie and Hunter, please. All right, well, give me a second here. We're gonna We're gonna catch one for them. We'll, again, I'm gonna play around with this. We're gonna leave it how it is for a few minutes. Then we're gonna put it on the chest. And then I'm gonna go back and review the footage at some point here in the next day or two and see if I can dial some stuff in. If you're tuning into this, this ain't gonna be as polished. Here's one. Here's a fish. This ain't gonna be as polished as some of my other stuff here, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I had a bass come up after him. He's still after him. He's still after him here. It looked like a smallmouth following him. He's gone now. Boy, that would have been awesome right there. Get a big smallmouth come up and just hammer this bluegill. Let's reel this thing in. Let me scroll back up here. Where was that at there? Charlie and Hunter Flegel. Thanks for watching the videos. There is y'all. A pretty daggone good sized bluegill right there. That's a nice one. How you going? Somebody else hit me up too, man. Bryce House, 20 spot. He said, World 100 last night and live stream this morning. Can't get any better. I don't know what World 100 is. I don't know what that is, man. But I'm glad you had a good time, and I appreciate that super chat. Jet skis are out this morning. 40 days here, folks. Let me see what all. I'm gonna miss some comments today while I'm doing this ultralight fishing here. I'm gonna catch some fish though, by gosh. We're gonna dial some stuff in on these mounts and this camera. I don't know if I'll fix the GoPro or not. I may just throw that thing in the garbage when I get home because I'm about sick of it. Where'd them others go? There's Billy Wilder with a 5 spot. He says, hello, Justin. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the amazing content, friend. You're amazing. Well, thank you, Billy. I appreciate you watching, Billy. Here's your fish. Here's your fish. Give me some feedback, y'all. This camera mount for this style of fishing right here, is this awful, or would you rather see it on my chest here? I'm in a tree or something. Billy, I'm about to lose your fish. Okay, here it is. We're gonna do a little of this too, maybe. Turn it this way. You know, we're gonna play around today. We're getting some stuff dialed in today. Billy Wilder, I got a big problem with your fish right here, man. I got a big problem with it. He's thrown my gulp off. I was gonna get a few more fish on that gulp. Billy, your fish right there. You know what I've done? No, y'all, boy, we about to be in trouble here. That's gonna be one problem. When I go to spin that thing around, I'm gonna lose it overboard. That made for a good live stream. Lose the whole phone and camera and everything overboard. Let me scroll up here and get Bipper too. Bipper hit me with 588. He says, Channel Cat. Oh no. He's wanting the Channel Cat on me. Ghost XL Pro camera been good. Yeah, he had sent me some information on that camera. I'm gonna wait till the new GoPro comes out and take a look at it, and it should be out soon. I may make some changes this winter here. I love the GoPro video quality. I mean, when it works right, the filming in 4K, I mean, it looks amazing, but I have so many issues, mainly with audio. Audio is my biggest malfunction with the GoPro. And you can't use the stock microphone on GoPro. You just can't. It's awful. You get the rustling sound real bad. It's just a terrible microphone. So you need an external mic, but I don't know what's wrong with it right now. I got nothing. I'm on mute in that daggone thing right now. Let me, there's Austin McKelvin, Scott Harbaugh. There's my man Ed from Oklahoma. He says, hey buddy, got some carp and catfish decals on the way, along with some stinger flies. Can't stick around, catch a bunch of fish this morning. Well, thank you, Ed, man. I hope you put them stickers on. They bring you some good luck. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go this direction now. I'm gonna put this on the chest and see how well I can read these comments as we fish. Now, the problem with this camera, and again, we're totally rocking here. Today's a total experiment. If you've tuned into this, I apologize. It's gonna be garbage. This is more for me than the audience today. This is, how can I see this chat box and fish at the same time while this is on my chest? And what position do I need to keep my hands to prevent this from happening? This whole autofocus. I can turn it off on the back camera, or the back camera there, front camera. I can turn it off on the front camera. Back camera, we get this issue. I can't turn that off on the iPhone. So I got to figure out how to hold my hands as such to prevent that from happening. Hopefully someday, here's a fish. Hopefully someday technology is going to get to the point where I can just go fishing and not have to worry about where the hell the camera's at. Boy, this thing here's just a pulling, man. It's another good, I've been on some really big bluegill lately. I'm fishing a different area here today, but this right here is a nice one, man. We'll dedicate that one there to Ed in Oklahoma. Hit me with that 10 spot there. He's a good man. Ed's always showing up and supporting the channel, supporting the live streams. We're getting some fish. That'll put me in a better mood for sure, catching some fish out here. I spent an hour just trolling, looking for skipjack and white bass, and I couldn't get anything going. Not really seeing any surface activity out here today, and it's kind of hard to troll because there's so much gunk on the water. We're at that time of year, the weeds are breaking free from the shore, and your jigs or your spoons constantly getting weeds all over them. So kind of tough right now to do trolling. But the ultralight bite, man, it has been on like Donkey Kong lately. Been getting a lot of big bluegill up a lot shallower. A lot of 8 to 9 inch range. That last raw and uncut video I did, I got a ton of big bluegill. The video bombed. It didn't do worth a crap. But the fishing trip was good. That's the most important. Somebody else. Again, I'm going to miss a bunch of comments today because it's hard for me to focus on the screen and do this style of fishing. You really got to multitask. You got to multitask when you're doing this. Be able to cast, let your bait do what it needs to do, and read comments. But I'm a man of many talents, folks. I'm going to do my damnedest with it. There's Mac McInnes. Tiffany McConkey says good morning. Daniel Duran in the house. Callie hit me with a 20. She says, I'm up early enough for a morning live stream, but I'm late, so here's your donation. Got to get ready for work, but I'll listen on my way. Well, thank you, Callie. Yeah, it is early for you. She's up there in North Dakota, so it's still, I don't know if she's 2 hours or 3 hours behind me. I'm in the Eastern time zone here. Chance says, get ready for the rain. Yeah, I think some more's coming in this afternoon. I'm gonna watch ball games here this afternoon. I got up and I saw radar was clear. I thought I'll just get out and get me some bait for tomorrow. And again, that's been a bust. And then I thought, okay, well, let me try out the whole GoPro Livestream thing. I'll at least do that today. And well, that was an epic fail. So here we are. I can't film a regular video because the GoPro is now not functioning. But we're going to dial in some camera mounts here, figure out where I need to keep my hands on this to keep it from autofocusing so bad. There's my man Randy, Trout Magnet Man. He's out there in Arkansas, y'all. He said, hell with Tennessee, he's done with us. He's moved to Arkansas. He's out there on a I forget what river. He's out there gonna be doing a lot of trout fishing out there. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna dedicate this fish right here to Trout Magnet Man. He's one of the few people I know in this world that appreciates bluegill. And he catches more of them, more big bluegill than anybody I've ever seen in my life. So Randy, Trout Magnet Man YouTube channel, best ultralight fisherman that I know of. Well, that fish right there said, hell with you, Randy. That fish right there wasn't gonna stick around, buddy. That fish said if I couldn't put him on a GoPro camera, he wasn't gonna be on this video. Bob Bruch Sailor. Bob Bruch Sailor. Bob Bruck Sailor. Bob, I don't know how the hell to say your name, but he hit me with $4.99 and I'm thankful for it. There, Bob. I wish I knew how to say your name proper. I'd give you the proper shout out. He didn't leave a comment. And if he left one under it, I'll probably never see. Oh, he did. He said, you should look at the DJI action. Yeah, I've looked at their mics. I'm not a big fan of their cameras. They apparently overheat very quickly, even more quickly than the GoPro. But I am interested in their mics. Philip Holland hit me with a 10. He said, good luck today. Fingers crossed for no channel cats or tree bass. Yeah, me too, man. Thank you for that super chat. I don't want to see no channel cats. These technical difficulties got my mood soured, and I don't want to make it worse with the channel cat. You know how I feel about them. We're going to get a few fish here this morning, though. It's a nice thing about this type of fishing. It'll put you in a better mood because you're going to get bit a lot. Box Guitar Rock in the house. Oh, Bob says it's Brooke Salier. I'd have never got that. Brooke Salier. Yeah, I'd have took 100 guesses and not got the Salier part. And unfortunately, Bob, I'll probably forget by the time, I'm terrible with names. I'll forget by the time I see you again on here. Just a guess, I got a number 8 hook on these jig heads. And I thread the hook up through the back. I guess that's what he's asking there. Scott Harbaugh says Texas left too much time on the clock. I know. I wanted Alabama to get beat. Well, first off, I always want Alabama to get beat because I hate them. But the fact that Texas's kicker was named Auburn, I was like, this is destiny. Like, this is meant to happen, that Alabama, 20-point favorites, gets beat by a kicker named Auburn. I was like, this is fate. But Alabama does what Alabama does and gets it done in the end. Tennessee won me a little money last night. I made a very stupid, impulsive wager, and thankfully it paid off. I was cussing the TV numerous times, but it paid off in the end. So I won a little money on Tennessee, and then I watched the Kentucky and Florida game last night, and I was very happy to see Kentucky pull out the win. I don't pull for Kentucky often, but when they're going against Florida, I'm rooting for them. There's Tim Skaczynski. He was confident Pittsburgh was going to win. He was going on about it in the live stream the other day. And I hope you're eating a little crow there, Tim Skaczynski. I mean, it took us to overtime to beat you backup quarterback, but by gosh, we got it done. There's Fizz Bang with a 10 spot. He says, always enjoy your content. He's a club member too. Thank you, Fizz Bang. I appreciate that, man. Man, we got quite a few people in here for an impromptu Sunday morning. My videos never do good on the weekends. Well, we got quite a few people in here to just be winging it. And especially for me not to be catfishing or anything too. That's another thing that's a lot of people, I don't have as big an audience for this kind of fishing. That's pretty neat. Again, I'm convinced, oh, something hit me right then. I'm convinced I could go live at any hour of any day doing anything, and there'd be somebody online at that given time. Because no matter what hour of the day you live, you in somebody's time zone. I mean, you could be live in the middle of the night and it's other side of the world, it's daytime, you know. Ryan Chambers says he loves ultralight fishing too. Ryan, I hope you don't get snagged as much as I do, because I just put one in this tree right here. We were getting some fish right over here to the left, and I've moved out of them. I'm gonna see if I can get this jig back. Those of you that like the raw and uncut videos I've been doing have been seeing me have to retie a little bit. When this kind of thing happens, you're about to see it out here today, it looks like. Yep. Another jig gone. About to lose a rod here behind me too, y'all. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll turn the camera around that way while I retie. That's what I want to do with this mount, y'all. I want to be able to, on the live streams, offer multiple angles depending on what I'm doing at the particular time. And I'm trying to get that stuff dialed in. And I need it to be stable too. I need to be able to support it needs to be small enough that it ain't in my way, but stable enough that it can support the weight of the phone and the battery pack. Goodness gracious, I can't half see. I done botched that. All right, we back in business here. There's a fish right over there where I got snagged jumping up too. Give me the fin over there laughing at me. Put us another gulp on here. Let me read some comments here while we. Chris Bell says, just face it, we love you. I'm glad somebody does. My dog didn't love me this morning. I guess she thought it's the weekend. I told her I wasn't going fishing this weekend. She wasn't happy to go to her crate when I left. My girlfriend's gone. She's visiting her parents. So the dog, who normally has to sleep in the crate when the girlfriend's there, because the girlfriend won't let her in bed, got to sleep in bed with me last night, and she was very excited about it. But she wasn't happy about going to the crate this morning when I left. All right, back in business. Back in the game, y'all. Let's keep making our way down through here. I tell you what, before we do that, let's just back up over here where I caught them others. It's been a few minutes. We'll scooch on back here because there was some good quality gills, and I had that smallmouth bass come up and follow that one bluegill up to the kayak. Somebody's been Chris Bell been a member for 2 months. There's his membership thing on there. I appreciate you sticking with me, Chris. Here's another fish. I come back down here. There's more fish right here in this area. Boy, that angle though, you really can't see much action. You just see me. May have to go back to the chest here. I need to be able to get you all to see the action there. We'll dedicate that to Chris there, been a member for 2 months. That's a pretty good fish. Let's go back here this way. There we go. Brandon Morale's been a member for 11 months. He says, love this channel. Well, I love that you love it, Brandon. How about that? Lynn says she's making her mama listen to me while they have, oh, she's a brunch eater. She says, I have a sweet voice. Shout out to hubby at home. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Will. Y'all, Will and Lynn Loy there sent me a very expensive gift the other day in the mail. You know, I've mentioned this here recently, but one of my YouTube haters decided to do some tire slashing a while back. Been probably a month or 2 now, I guess. Nobody else in the parking lot's tires got damaged, just mine, so I have to assume it was somebody who recognized my vehicle. Anyway, Will and Lynn sent me a camera in the mail, a car camera, so that I can hook that up and hopefully, if I have any more vandalism issues, be able to catch somebody in the act. And if I catch somebody in the act, by God, they better hope the cops get to them first. Because it pisses me off. Have somebody damage my stuff. But anyway, Will and Lynn Loy, thank you again for that camera. I ain't got it rigged up yet, but I'm gonna be working on that soon. There's George Schwartz. He's a club member. Brokeback Bob. John Shackelford in the house. Yeah, Eric, I got some pliers in here today. That's at least one thing that we got working in our favor today. Craig Hanley says he spends more time watching me than he does fishing himself. You got to fix that, Craig. You got to get out there and do some fishing now. There's Jeff Gerald. Brandon Morales hit me with a super sticker. Well, thank you, Brandon. Oh, did you see that? Did y'all see that come up? That was a skipjack right there. Hell, I spent an hour and never seen hide in their hair of them damn things, and there was one following my jig up. I trolled all over out here. Daggone. I'd like to have that thing too. I missed him. Hopefully that got on camera. Hopefully it wasn't blurred out. My mom says live stream was different. Yeah, well, like I said, Mom, I was trying to hook up the GoPro, and so I'd set up a live stream through it, a little test stream, and I went live for apparently 30 seconds or so. I don't know that it ever went live on YouTube. It said I was live on my phone through the GoPro. I could see through the GoPro, but then my GoPro shut off. And now I've jacked up my GoPro because I got no audio even for regular camera use, so I hate GoPro. If I hadn't mentioned that enough already in this video, I hate them. I love them, but I hate them. Lynn said I said brunch because I didn't want to sound lazy. It's really breakfast at the folks' house at 11. Ain't nothing wrong with you can eat breakfast 24 hours a day, Lynn. Waffle House run a business on 24-hour breakfast. We had Waffle House the other night. It was delicious. I probably lost 3 years of my life from eating it, but by gosh, it tasted good. Mom said there's several other people still on the other side. Well, hopefully they'll find their way over here again. I'm out here on the water. I can't delete the other stream until I get home to the computer. Or if I can, I don't know how to do it. There may be a way. I looked at the YouTube Studio app, and I can't see it to delete it. And on the YouTube app that I made this stream with, it's not showing the other stream. So there's probably a way, but I don't know how. It is what it is. We're out here just dicking around this morning. Oh, Richard said they seen the skipjack. Yeah, he followed that thing right up. I've been getting them sporadically on the main lake. Like you'll see them busting over here, and then 10 minutes later they're a few hundred yards away. But out here this morning, there's been nothing. Most people still getting them right now below the dams, but I just don't like taking my kayak up there in that strong current. My buddy Mark Naraki, Deuces Wild Fishing, he said he was making a bait run at some point this week. And so I'll probably hop on the boat with him whenever he goes and go and get me some. But I was hoping to just get a few out here this morning, and I could maybe do some catfishing tomorrow. The initial weather report, it was supposed to rain yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And well, you can see out here right now, it's bone dry, and the forecast had changed for tomorrow. It's going to be clear, so I'm gonna do some kind of fishing tomorrow. Probably would just be maybe some carp fishing or something, but I got some frozen skipjack in the freezer, but I'd rather get some fresh right now. So I've been catching some big flatheads, and fresh is always best on the flatheads. Tony Jessen in the house. Oh, Keith Doc Reed was on the other page too. Yeah, sorry guys. Computer technical difficulties today. Is what it is. Bob says Deuces Wild Fishing Charter rocks. Don't tell him, don't tell Mark that, Bob. He'll get the big head and be all boasting and everything. I try to tell the Deuce that he's called the Deuce because he ain't worth a crap. That's what I tell him. Tell him the Deuce is number 2. He's a pretty good feller though. Pretty good feller. He'll take me out there on days he ain't got clients and stuff, and we'll get out there and have some fun and catch some bait. We don't do a lot of catfishing together. He stays booked up quite a bit, and he runs his martial arts school, his jiu-jitsu class. several days a week too, so he don't have a lot of free time. So we don't get to catfish together very often, but if he's making a bait run for his guide trips, he'll oftentimes call me up. Went through a little dry spell here, didn't we? I feel like we was on some fish down there on that other spot, and may have to cover a little water down through here, hopefully. Hopefully we won't buffer. Umbra hungry, so this is better than church. Lord. Bob says Deuce's wife's band is also a great time. Yeah, his wife is in a band. They go to some local clubs and restaurants around here. Forget the name of them. Trainwreck 365 or 865. Trainwreck 865, I think is what it is. I ain't never watched them. Mark's invited me several times. I always make sure I find a reason not to have to go out in public. Ain't nothing against his wife and their band. I just ain't, I'm not a social butterfly. This is about as social as I get talking to a few hundred people on YouTube. If I was standing in front of a few hundred people, I wouldn't like it as much as just sitting behind the phone here. Travis Gentry says, like button activated. Appreciate everybody hit the like button. I still don't know if the like button helps my videos at all, but it can't hurt. A lot of people used to make a big deal about the engagement numbers. Number of comments, number of thumbs ups. And my thought on that has always been like, if those numbers matter, then the videos that get a lot more thumbs ups and comments, here's one. About daggone time, fish. We went through a dry spell here now. Get up here, fish. Let's, well, CJN come in at the right time here. 520 says kicking tires and lighting fires out here on the big road. I like it, CJ. I like your style. And there's you a fish, man. He ain't much, but it's something. And I appreciate you, CJ. I'm gonna throw back over there and get us another. Oh, CJ out there. Here comes another one, CJ. Lord Almighty. I said the name CJ and these fish, buddy, they come out of the woodwork, man. Goodness gracious. CJ, here's you another, and this one's a little bigger. That's a little bigger right here, CJ. Oh! Hey, fish. Hey, where'd you go? I can't see because the daggone camera's in my face. There we go. CJ, there's you fish number 2 on the second cast. Can we get CJ a third fish? Can we go 3 for 3 here? We got a streak going, y'all. I'm getting bit. We got CJ a third fish. Lord Almighty. Call the press, everybody. We got 3 in a row here. Well, he had something in his mouth, too. Autofocus ain't going to let us look, but I can see he been eating something. Looked like a caterpillar or something down in there. All right, CJ, that was 3. Let's throw over there and get a 4th. And now I'm going to have to reposition after this fish. May says he found a chest was always most satisfying. Yeah, I wish this iPhone, I wish you could turn the autofocus off on that particular. I can turn it off on the other camera, Oh boy, there's a skipjack. We're 4 for 4 here. If I can land him, he's under the kayak. Don't break me off. Don't break me off, Skippy. You coming in the cooler, buddy. CJ, we're 4 for 4. I thought we was breaking the streak right there. Well, he's a little thing, but I'm gonna take him. I'll find a catfish that'll eat him. He about threw my gulp off too, Skippy. Got him in the cooler there, y'all. Woo! CJ, that's 4 fish, man. You good luck. That's 4 in a row, man. I'm gonna back up here. I'm gonna make a few more casts in there too. I just gotta get repositioned. I'd slid down. I wanna make sure we maximize our streak here, y'all. We're going streaking, everybody. Come with me. Like old Will Ferrell in Old School, y'all remember that? Everybody, we're going streaking. Old Will Ferrell. This stuff's classic. Oh Lord, we got Stephen Hammaker here from the Netherlands, y'all. Man, he's a long ways away. Gone Bird Feather says, watching my son was just born. He sleeps listening to me fish. See, I can even put babies to sleep, y'all. It ain't just the adults I bore to sleep. It's the babies too. We gotta fix this gulp on here. But yeah, I was saying, y'all, on these thumbs ups and comments and stuff, you'd think if those things mattered a lot to YouTube, that the videos that got exceptionally more thumbs ups and comments would get more views. It'd get pushed out there, but that just ain't the case for whatever reason. So I don't know. But again, I don't think it hurts to hit the thumbs up. Oh, I got bumped. I may have pulled it out too far. I might break the streak right here with that terrible timed hook set, CJ. We're gonna need another skipjack to come up and save us, to save the streak. Come on, Skippy. No, streak is over. We blew it. Well, CJ, you was good luck while it lasted, my man. Thank you for that super chat. A Fizz Bang hit me with a 10. Says, from the wife, Rhonda. Well, big thanks to Rhonda. First off, Rhonda, thanks for letting Fizz Bang watch. And then thank you for the super chat, Rhonda. I thought we might catch you a fish on that cast, Rhonda, but we didn't. Let me make another cast, see if I can get one for old Rhonda here. We had a good thing going there. Had a nice little streak. We had a skipjack, not a big one, but it'll make a couple baits. Well, we're back on a little dry spell here, y'all. Robert Howell says, is that yak as stable as your Hobie? It looks a little tippier. Oh no, this ain't nearly as stable as my Hobie. But it's a lot more nimble. It's a lot more narrow too. Robert, I'm one of them weird people. I like kayak fishing because I like being in a kayak. Now the Hobie is super stable, which is helpful for, it's helpful for YouTube stuff, keeping camera mounts from rocking a whole bunch and, you know, carrying more gear and all of that stuff. But this time of year, I mean, we're into September now, I ain't gonna get views. I'm not gonna get a lot of views no matter what I do. So I'm just kind of fishing more for me these days, and I enjoy getting towed around in this kayak right here. It's a lot of fun. I had my Hobie out back there forever. Here we go, Rhonda. We finally got Rhonda one. Rhonda, it finally happened. This feels like a good one too, Rhonda. This feels like a dang good fish right here. I don't know what it is yet. Yeah, that's a bluegill. That's a good one, man. That's a good one right there, Rhonda. I'll tell you what, we're gonna throw this one on the board here. This one might hit 8 inches, Rhonda. Let's see how bad this thing autofocuses here when I put this fish on the board. Oh! Hey, fish. I don't know what these fish got against being measured. You'd think this might be their only chance of ever getting measured. These fish don't go to no doctor or nothing to get their height and weight taken. No, that in there is about 7 1/4, Rhonda. That was still a good time though, man. He is a fighting like the dickens. Let's throw back in there again. Anybody opposed to throwing back over there again? CJ says former firefighter and EMT, 20-year military veteran, now truck driving towards a second pension, loving life. Well, thank you for your service there, CJ. Big shout out to all the troops and first responders and fire and police out there. All doing their part, keeping the world going, keeping it safe, allowing me to come out here and enjoy myself today. James went out the other day and got on some fish with his ultralight. Glad to hear it, buddy. There's Callie with a 10 spot. Says, what's the temp there today? We had our first frost warning last night. Got down to 36 degrees. I couldn't live in. She's up there in North Dakota, y'all. Thank you for that super chat, Callie. No, Callie, Lord, it's humid out here today. It's probably in the 70s right now. I mean, it's good and comfortable here. Daggone, I tell you, man. Already frosting up there in September. That's crazy. There's Scott Fegan from Abilene, Texas. Jared L says, love the Kayak Carp merch. Says, you're my go-to carp channel since Luke stopped catfishing carp. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you like it. If I don't end up getting no skipjack or white bass today, I'm going to go on carp fishing tomorrow. Randy Shaw, I'll tell you what, man. I was about to read your comment here, and we got a fish on, so we're going to just go ahead and dedicate this one to Randy. I may not end up reading his comment because I took my finger off the box there while I was fighting this fish. That's another good bluegill right there, man. That's a good one right there. That's thick, buddy. Look at this thing right here. Randy Shaw, man. That's one of them old hand size right there. Yeah, for doo-doos and giggles, just cause we're live. Let's see if that one will graze. He just peed on me too. Did y'all see that? He's a little bit bigger than Rhonda's there. He's still shy 8 inches, about 7 3/4. But he's thick. Oh, tell Randy hi there. Say hi, Randy Shaw. I think that fish had some more words for you there too, Randy. I ain't gonna repeat them. I don't know where Randy's other comment went. Oh, he said, just wanted to say thanks for the live stream. I learned a lot from all your videos, whether it be catfishing or ultralight. Well, thanks, Randy. Thanks for watching. Oh, man. What a lousy cast. I hope the autofocus had that background buzzed out so y'all couldn't see how bad that was. I'm over a branch up there. I'm gonna try to. Okay, there we go. Talent, folks, you can't hide it. You can't hide talent on a live stream. You can edit it out on a regular video, but you can't hide it on a live stream. That was talent coming over that branch like that. Eric Flowers with the "that's what she said" comment. Old Hood Billy John in the house. Gaming with Max, I'm on Melton Hill Reservoir today. There's Jason Descent. Says good luck today, thank you. The Real Outdoors MN says, what's up? I got a free rod from Catfish Sumo before the Golly Whopper rod came out, and then he gave me a free Golly Whopper. Awesome. Yeah, he's good people over at Catfish Sumo. The owner, Daniel, he's out in Colorado right now visiting some family. Hopefully he's getting to do some fishing while he's out there. Yeah, I ain't plugged Daniel today. Y'all, catfishsumo.com for all your catfishing needs. 10% off with promo code Kayak. Got the new Kayak Carp stickers on there. We've got Kayak Catfish stickers, hats. Of course, my signature series Golly Whopper rod. Got the bait stalker flies that I've been using. Tomorrow's regular video, I got two, well, there's a fish. I got two big flatheads in tomorrow's video, and both of them caught on a fly. There we go, man. Here's another dang good bluegill, buddy. Holy cow, man, look at this thing. And I bet you he probably don't touch 8 inches, but I mean, that's a hand size, buddy. I've been on some good bluegill lately. It's that time of year, they're coming up here a little bit shallower and a little bit easier to catch. And yeah, that and there, he's just shy of 8 inches. Where's Eric Flowers with a "that's what she said"? Savannah Outdoors hit me with a 10 spot, says big fan. Can you give a shout out to my little fishing buddies, Grayson and Hallie? Hashtag Super Ant. Well, I'll do one better than that, Savannah. Savannah Outdoors, Grayson and Hallie, this fish right here is for you. We'll dedicate that one to Grayson and Hallie. That's a pretty good one right there. Thank you for that super chat there. A super chat from the Super Ant. How about that? I'm gonna swing around here. I think we're gonna hit a little opening right here to the left. We're gonna catch a fish in there. Keith Doc Reed, so he done ordered some Kayak Carp stickers. Man, he's gonna have I don't know what you're putting them stickers on there, Keith, but whatever it is, you're gonna look damn good. Whether it's your vehicle, tackle box, whatever. Them stickers, it's been FDA approved that they guaranteed to help you catch more fish. Guaranteed. That ain't me saying that, that's the FDA. Eric Flowers said he was going to do it again. Here's Charles. Oh, Lord. I'm going to butcher your name, Charles. Cinciac. He says, catch them bluegill. What's up with yellow perch? I'm from Pennsylvania, right below Lake Erie, and we have yellow perch everywhere. Do you have them in Tennessee? Thank you for being a club member there, Charles. We have them in places. I actually have caught them out here on Melton Hill. But we don't have them in nearly as big a numbers, or they don't get as big down here either, as what you do up north. I don't know why that is. We just don't for some reason. But I do occasionally stumble into one. I've probably, in my life, I've probably caught maybe 10 to 20 maybe total. Definitely under 20. So it's kind of it's always a treat when I do get one because it's such a rare catch for me. Fred Clemens says, well, from watching these live streams, I got me a 6-foot ultralight St. Croix and I think he meant Daiwa LT2000 on my way to try out. Well, I hope you like it, Fred. I got another fish right here, Fred. This one's pulling too, buddy. Golly bum, that's another dang good fish, man. About choked myself. Swaller and slobber. Look at this. This may be the biggest one yet. Man, gosh. Look at the weight on that, man. Look at that. Look how thick he is, y'all. You believe that? Old Fred Clemens, he catches some bluegill like this on his ultralight, and he's gonna be hooked, buddy. Me dedicate this one to Callie. K&K Fishing Adventures done hit me up with a few super chats. Listening on her way to work, this fish needs to listen here and calm down 3 notches. We're gonna measure you, fish, whether you want to or not. Now he spiked me in the toe too, y'all. Daggone fish. Now you lay there and behave. Yeah, I knew that one was over 8 inches. That and there, 8 1/4. That and there would make Randy Goad Trout Magnet Man happy right there. He'd be proud of me on that one. Callie, that one's for you right there, Callie. K&K Fishing Adventures up there in North Dakota dealing with a frost last night. 36 daggone degrees. I hope we don't hit a frost here until November, I hope. I threw around that branch. That was a lousy cast. There we go. I remember one year it snowed on Halloween here when I was a kid. Normally it don't get cold here. We don't usually get a cold snap till around November here. Keith Doc Reed said smash the thumbs up. He might just be telling me to smash a thumb too, I don't know. Gotta be careful smashing thumbs, your nail will turn black and rot off. Danny Williams said he can't find them nowhere that big up here. He's northeast of Kentucky. Well, I hope you're at least a Kentucky fan. You celebrate that big win over Florida yesterday. Oh, Kentucky's got a pretty good football team. I'm going to be making some wagers today. You know, I'm riding high off my victory from Tennessee last night. I won a little coin on that. I had one hit me. So today I'm making 2 wagers. I'm going to put a very small amount. Oh, had something hit me again. I'm going to put a small amount on Baker Mayfield because I think he's going to beat the Browns today. I'm not a big Baker fan, but I think he's better than Jacoby Brissett. And he's just cocky enough that I think he's going to stick it to Cleveland today. So I'm going to put a little on him, and then I'm taking Brady against Dallas tonight. And then in my Survivor League, I'm going with Denver tomorrow night on the Monday night game. No point spreads in the Survivor League. It's just straight up winner. So I think today, I can't remember what the point spread with Baker is. I think it was around 1. This is another good fish right here. Brady's giving 2.5 to Dallas tonight, which I figure that'll be. It's in Dallas, but I'm just not sold on Dallas. Here's another one right here, man. Look at this thing. This has got some good colors on him right here. Look at that right there. Let's dedicate this one to Charles Synthesizer. I can't say it, Charles. I'm sorry. We're going to dedicate that one to you. He's a club member. I'm glad to have him. He says, thanks for answering my question. Nothing better than catching panfish through the ice. I'll take your word on it. I don't want to do no ice fishing now. Too damn cold for me. Of course, I guess y'all on the ice, I'm going to circle back around here. I guess y'all out there on the ice, you got your little homeless shelter set up, your little shanties, and you got some heaters set up in there. So that may not be too bad. But nevertheless, you'd be freezing walking out there to the water or to the spot. Oh, I apologize for missing so many comments today. Normally it's because we got several hundred people on commenting and I just can't keep up with everybody. Today I'm trying to cast and work this jig, and it's hard for me to read comments as I do it. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way of the camera so it don't autofocus. That's a challenge in itself. Callie with another 10. My gosh, thank you, Callie. So we used to go trick-or-treating in snowsuits and boots. Had to get your costume 2 sizes too big to wear it. Yeah, I guess that would be a challenge. If you got 3 foot of snow on the ground, it's probably a challenge to go trick-or-treating. Chancellor knows this is the first time he's been able to make it to a live chat. Well, glad to have you. Jason Smith says Dallas by 10. He's lost his damn mind. I think Brady only giving 2.5 is a steal. I may bet a whole $5 on Tom Brady tonight. That's a lot for me. I'm a little bit frugal. I don't do big bets. Although I did have $7 riding on Tennessee last night, so big spender. Last year I put in. We had sports gambling got legalized here in Tennessee last year. So I put in $50 in my account and I ran it up to 97. That's what I ended with. So I just left it in there. And so this year I was starting out with 97. Now I did put a little more in to make my season bets because I bet on Minnesota to win the division and I bet on Philadelphia to win their division. That's how little I think of Dallas. I've put money on Philadelphia to win their division. So I added extra for those. Those were larger bets. But on normal individual games, I'm more of a $5 to $7 kind of guy. I'm going to take 2 games today. CJ says, shout out and salute to all our military and first responders. Absolutely. No, Catastrophe, I like your name. I don't ever get up to Cherokee. Oh, did you see that skipjack come up? Man, there's some skipjack in here. They're just not active today. But they're in there. That's the second one that's followed me up, and then we had that one we caught. Chris Jones is having a good day today. Me and the boy have 10 cats in the boat. Heck yeah. That's awesome, man. Eric Flowers said you bet more than your lifetime TikTok earnings last night. That's the truth. Eric Flowers just tuned in to some TikTok live streams where the first one I made $1.85. And the second one I think I made 48 cents or something like that. It was pretty crazy. YouTube's definitely a better platform for me for a multitude of reasons. people are better here on YouTube as well. Boy, them squirrels throwing stuff at us over here, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to dedicate this in here to Daniel Duran, who's always in the chat box there being super helpful, moderating, telling people to hit the thumbs up button. Daniel Duran, buddy, this in here, I want you to look at this. This is the biggest one of the morning right here. They keep getting bigger, y'all. Look at this thing. Holy cow. This in here, buddy, he's like a daggone, that's one of them saucers that your granny puts the cups on. Right there, man. He's tall. He's as tall as he is long. I seen some guys walking through Walmart last time I was in there. They was as tall as they was wide. You know, lengthwise, he's not, well, he won't touch 8.5. He's about 8.25. But I mean, he's a tall drink of water right there, folks. Tall drink of water. Dedicate that to Daniel Duran. I'm gonna cast back over there too. I gotta get repositioned here. Something went terribly wrong while I was reeling in that fish. I got out of position. We're gonna go back over there and hit it again. I'll tell you folks, if you don't like catching bluegill that size, there's something wrong with you. That's a good time. Miguel Fuentes is watching from Raleigh, North Carolina. Big Wrench Catfishing says, please don't forget what today is. Oh, it is 9/11, ain't it? Well, hell far. That's hard to believe, ain't it? Everybody remembers where they were at on 9/11, and I was at work. I don't have a really good story or anything with it. It was just a normal day for me, but we ended up leaving early, you know, go home, and didn't know what was going to happen. It's hard to believe it's been that long, though. Time flies, man. The days seem long, but the years fly by. I've heard that saying before. I don't know, but it's the damn truth, man. It's hard to believe it's been that long. Randy Shaw says, revenge games are always interesting. Baker should crush the Browns and Russell beat Seattle. That's what I'm counting on. That's why I took Russell Wilson in the Survivor League, because Seattle's tanking. You know, I think they're trying to get one of them good quarterbacks coming out in the draft next year, and Russell Wilson's going to be having an agenda tomorrow night. So I think they're going to advance me in the Survivor League. There's that in there. I got to get repositioned. They must be just a little bit of current out here or something. So I keep coming backwards as I'm reeling in these fish. Yeah, Mad Goatee says shutting off autofocus by placing your finger on the screen for 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't think it works like that. It does when you just operating your phone, Mad Goatee, but when you're doing a YouTube live stream, YouTube has access to your camera, and I can't control the camera functions from the YouTube app. And them settings don't save for when YouTube takes over, unfortunately. I wish it could, though. Well, I hate that autofocus when we're doing like we're doing today. Callie says 9th grade homeroom. We stayed in class but didn't have any lessons that day. Yeah, it was a crazy time. It's a wonder more stuff like that don't happen, really. There ain't no telling how much stuff almost happens that we don't ever know about. Callie says my uncle was supposed to be on the flight that hit the Pentagon. Well, I'm glad he changed it, Callie. That's just divine intervention right there. There's another one, buddy. Here's another fish. I got a big school of shad over here that you probably can't see with the glare. And these fish stacked up under it. I gotta adjust my drag. There's some big bluegill under this school of shad right here. Here's another thick one, buddy. Thick fish right there. Oh, he gone too. He gone. Man, they're fine. There's just a million shad over here. And I'm letting that gulp sink down under them. And when it gets down there to where the fish are, they're nailing it. Deaf Man Fishing said, you definitely got me into micro fishing with those lures. Loads of fun. I agree, man. I could do this. Well, I do this quite a bit. I could someday when I give up all the catfishing and stuff, when I'm older and sick of fishing out on the main channel and being around people and stuff, this is what I'll be doing all the time, probably. This and carp fishing. Because I can get back in the creeks and hide from people when I'm doing this style of fishing and carp fishing. Now, I'm out on the main channel today, but it's a dreary day. Nobody's out here. And where I'm at out here anyway, this area don't get a lot of traffic anyway. Eric says, watching your favorite movie right now, cliffhanger. Something splashing behind me. Judas Helm says, we're getting ready to go to Gunnersville where old Richard Jean goes fishing. Says, we actually talked about you the other day. Old Richard Jean. He catches some of these old hard pulling fish right here. Oh, listen, folks, this one right here now is in trouble. This one here ate that jig kind of deep. He may be coming with us. Well, I don't know. I might be able to get it. Oh, we got it. You lucky, bluegill. You don't know how lucky you are, but you are. He got that jig almost too deep, but thankfully he didn't. Phil Carpenter, I am way downstream on Melton Hill than where you're at. But I hope you catching some big fish up there too. Jalen Culp said, my mom is going to buy me the new Carp shirts. Jalen, you need to go kiss your mama on the cheek. She's a good woman. She bought Jalen some Kayak Catfish merchandise for his birthday a while back. Now she's going to get him a Kayak Carp shirt. That's a good mama right there, Jalen. I hope you be good to her. You do your homework and take your vitamins and drink your milk. Do whatever she says. That's a good woman. I appreciate you talking her into buying a shirt too. We'll see you later, 22 MPB. Thank you for subscribing there, Digging with Cruzy. Well, Callie hit me up again. She says, well, I'm off to work. Good luck with the rest of the live. Well, thank you, Callie. Thank you so much for all the super chats. I hope you have a good day at work. Callie up there in North Dakota, man, it's getting cold on her quick. Hell, it just turned summer last month. Now it's already turned to winter on them. I don't know, fishing Key Largo. I'd probably end up snagged if I done it. So here's the problem with the skipjack right now. Hopefully the autofocus you can see. See all them shad down there? In there by the gazillions? That's what I'm fishing my jig under right now. And these skipjack, when you do catch one, they're puking up all this. I mean, there's just a ton of food everywhere. But they ain't busting tonight. Oh, good golly, that damn squirrel about got us, man. Them squirrels launching nuts at us, buddy. Oh, crap, look at this. Oh, I just put that jig right in that tree and it's broke it off too. Dadgummit. I mean, I just reached back right into that tree, y'all. My first day on the job, people. I wasn't live. I'd let out some cuss words over that one. It's one thing to cast into a tree. It's another thing to just rear back into it. Dadgummit. We retie in a minute here, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Put my line there behind me. Well, if I can get it off my hand to put it behind me. I'm gonna switch out my line here soon. I've told this story before, but I got me a 10,000 yard spool of this trout magnet line a few years ago. I filled my spool up all the way the first time, and then after that first time I changed my line, I didn't pull all the line off of it. I only pulled half of it off. So now when I re-spool my line, I only got to fill half a reel. And these small reels, they don't hold a lot of line anyway. So that 10,000 yard spool lasts forever. And you end up being able, I'm blowing into the trees here again. Gosh dang it. We got a little current flow, I guess, to be moving me like this. But you end up, you end up being able to switch your line out. And I do it usually every second, third trip. But you can do it, for quarter a time, basically, instead of buying them filler spools that, those are $5, $6. So, it's a lot cheaper to buy the bulk spool. Don't ask me for no link, because Trout Magnet won't give me a link. They won't even respond to my emails, my messages. I've reached out to them multiple times trying to, work an affiliate deal where I could send people directly to their website instead of Amazon, who takes a big cut of their proceeds, but they can't be bothered to respond to me, let alone give me a link. But I like their stuff. I use them crappie magnets all the time for skipjack, and I love their line, so I use their stuff regardless. It'd just be nice for us to work together, It's a perfect relationship when you can partner with a company that you enjoy using their products and make them money while they make you money, etc. And hopefully, Amazon takes like 30% of the sale on Amazon, so they could pay me a commission, give you all a discount, and still make a higher profit than what they do on the Amazon stuff where I send people now. But no interest. And unfortunately, them bulk spools of their line, the 10,000 yard spool, they don't even have them on Amazon for me to link on there anyway. So, but you can go to their regular website and buy them. All their stuff's cheaper on the regular website. I guess they're passing on, because Amazon takes such a big cut, I guess they pass that on to the customer by raising the prices on Amazon. So you kind of pay for convenience on there. The Gulp, though, I use these Gulp Minnows. They're usually cheaper on Amazon. It's usually the cheapest place to get them. I'm gonna put the camera back in the chest here now that we retied here. Well, I can see the comment box again. Max says I need to stop talking about the squirrels, buddy. That's the truth. They throwing stuff at me. Well, Charles hit me with a 5. He says, keep doing your thing. I'm one of your fans that hang through all your light tackle videos till the very end. Well, thank you, Charles. Thanks for watching them. And thank you for that super chat there, buddy. I'm glad you like them. I've been doing that experiment, you know, with raw, uncut videos that are basically live streams without being live. I've done 4 of them now. The first one was kind of inconclusive. The second one was a home run. It's got like 60-something thousand views now. The third one did pretty good. It's got 30-something thousand views. Both of those videos were my best performing videos on those individual weeks. The one I put out Thursday, however, was like my second worst performing video of the year. So I don't know. It may have run its course a little bit. It may have been one of them things, kind of like a neat novelty thing people are going to watch. They'll watch 1 or 2 of, but then it kind of gets old, kind of gets stale. So I'll end up doing a few more of them just to see. Maybe it was just a bad timing for me to post the other day. You know, who knows? But if the views keep dropping on them, we'll scrap that idea. It's just an experiment. Gotta try stuff, you know. You gotta live a little. Oh boy, here we go. I don't know if that was skipjack or white bass or what, but boy, they come up just busting through all them minnows. I saw larger marks coming up, larger fish. Oh, I hope that got on camera. Hope the screen wasn't blurred out, autofocused at the time. Greencastle, so glad to see it's not raining there. Yeah, we got a bunch of rain yesterday morning. And I think we might get some more this afternoon possibly, but it's fine right now. There's Matt Lee. Ted, we got 1 skipjack so far. Seen a couple more. There's Hood Billy John with a 15. He said, here's for some Gulp and jig heads. Well, thank you, Hood Billy. I appreciate it. Much obliged. I do go through some Gulp and some jig heads. I buy them in bulk, though. I get my jig heads on eBay. And I usually buy them 500 to 1,000 at a time. And the Gulp I bought last year when you couldn't hardly find Gulp anywhere because of the pandemic backlog. I found some on eBay and I bought like 19 jars, and so I'm still good on Gulp for a while. I'm stocked up for the zombie apocalypse on the Gulp. You gotta keep these things going. John Shackelford's been here for the last 3, start to finish. Well, thank you, buddy. Here's Chancellor No with a 5. He said, would you ever go night fishing at night in the kayak? I used to suspend green lights and caught a lot of sand bass doing it, even nice blues. Thank you for that super chat there, Chancellor. I got a bunch of videos of me night fishing on here. Now, they're older videos because they're been a few years, but I love fishing at night, really. It's a great time to avoid people, you know. You can get out and have the place to yourself. I always felt safer fishing at night because I can light my kayak up so bright you can't miss me. But the views, nobody watches night videos. My views are lower on them, and the average watch time is garbage. And people click on them like, oh, it's a night video, and they click off. And so for YouTube purposes, I mainly just fish during the day. And it's better for lifestyle stuff too, you know. It's easier for me to fish during the day and be home in the afternoons and evenings with the girlfriend and the dog. I'll probably get up there to the James River at some point. Snail power from. Yeah, Deaf Man Fishing says, I find Gulp like crazy at Walmart. Yeah, you can now. Here we go. There's another Skippy, another small one. Over here, Skippy. That's another little one there. He's big enough to make a bait though. We'll throw him in the cooler. But yeah, last year is when the pandemic hit, a lot of stuff got hard to find. Everything was on container ships out in the ocean and couldn't get unloaded, apparently. So there was a lot of shortages on stuff last year. I guess the supply chain, oh hell, I threw right over that branch. I guess most of the supply chain issues have resolved other than just the vehicles and microchips or whatever. Corey Johnson said, I saw your sailfish and shark videos. They were awesome. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you watching. Hope to do some more of that this winter. There's Clint Payne. What's going on, Clint? Clint, you ought to be fishing today, buddy. I know damn well you ain't working on Sunday now. Clint's local to me here, y'all. He's fishing catfish tournaments with me. He does a lot of the bass tournaments there on the Watts Bar Club. I think they got their state championship tournament coming up here in a month or so, I guess. I don't know exactly when it is. Cat Rake says night videos are hard to see on video. Tried to watch them, but it's hard, yeah. Yeah, that's the case with most people's night videos, is you just can't, people can't see the backgrounds, and there's oftentimes a glare. And you know, when you're doing YouTube, you can be educational on a night video, but you got to be somewhat entertaining too. You know, people's got to enjoy what they're watching, and it's hard to make them night videos palatable. Thomas Long says, hi, my name is Hunter. I have autism, and I'm a big fan. Well, thank you, Hunter. I appreciate you watching. Oh, there was some skipjack right there, y'all. They followed it up. Did y'all see that? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to back up. They're coming after that jig as I retrieve it in. They're deeper, and they're following that jig up. So they're there. They're just inactive. We're going to we're going to play around with this a little bit here. No, Hunter, I'm on Melton Hill today. I'm on the Clinch River. Larry Toast is like that ultralight rod you use. Can I buy one today? I don't know if you can or not there, Larry. Can't buy one from me. I don't sell them. I got an Amazon link there. Or you can probably get them at Bass Pro or Cabela's or somewhere. I'm going to let that jig sink down. And then we're going to do some steady retrieves here for a minute. We may do some erratic retrieves for a minute. I wish that sun would go behind a cloud. It's going to shine right on this camera or this phone and overheat it. Gage says, will you be my father? I mean, your mama probably wishes that. But no, I ain't looking to be nobody's daddy. Oh, they were hitting it. They were hitting it. They're swirling around it right there, y'all. They're there. I just got to sink it down deep enough and then bring it through them. Oh, Gage. Gage wants me to be his father, y'all. Send me a picture of your mom, Gage. Let me see what she looks like. Well, I don't know. If she's hot enough or if she's got some money, we might could work a deal here. Never say never. His mama's gonna call me and or write an email to me and give me an earful on that. It's a good thing nobody's watching this video right now. Everybody's mamas be calling me. Let this thing sink down. Boy, how far behind am I in the chat? Am I way behind, y'all? CJ's caught some big bass. Yeah, Corey Johnson, I definitely want to do Goliath grouper at some point. There's Jimmy Edwards. What's going on, Jimmy? They said, I hope the big boy is out next week. I'm going after one for sure. Tight lines, and thanks for the love, everyone. Justin was Phyllis' favorite fisherman, except for me, of course. Yeah, y'all, Jimmy, during the live stream on Friday, Jimmy had mentioned his wife Phyllis had passed away there that day, and very sad to hear that. Never met her personally, of course, but she watched the live streams with Jimmy, and I'm sure she's a really nice lady. Hate it for Jimmy. Dwayne Everglade from Niceville, Florida. Dwayne, is your last name really Everglade, or did you just make that your screen name because you're in Florida? I'm curious now. See, now we done got me off on a topic over here, y'all. What we really need is old Dick Studebaker to join in. He had the name of the year the other day on the Friday live stream. That was his real name too. He's 80 years old. Loves my videos. But his name was Dick Studebaker. I said, if I ever get on OnlyFans, if things get so bad for me that I got to sell pictures of my feet and my nether regions, that's going to be my screen name on there. Dick Studebaker. Well, I don't think we're going to catch in them skipjack there. I got my other skipjack rod. I may have to make a few casts over here. Jason Smith, he's lost his damn mind for thinking Brady's going to be distracted. Brady don't need training camp. He's the GOAT, man. He don't need no training camp. And Dallas sucks. Dallas offensive lines went down the toilet. Meanwhile, Tampa's defense is pretty damn good. I'm not a big believer in Dak as the quarterback. They don't have Amari Cooper this year. They still trying to ride Zeke when it's pretty clear Tony Pollard's the better running back. I just don't believe in Dallas. I think Jerry Jones has lost his damn mind. He might prove me wrong, but I'm gonna put me $5 on Brady tonight. Snell Powerful, I ain't got the live scope today. It hasn't been any benefit to me for catfishing. The thing it's helped with is this style of fishing, although I'm not using it while doing this style of fishing, but it's great for crappie. I mean, I can take that live scope and go down through here and eliminate water very quickly. Oh boy, this is oh, he just come free, whatever he was. That felt like a better fish right there. I don't think that was a bluegill. It may have been another one of them skipjack. But the live scope, I mean, I had high hopes that I could use it for catfish. I had a idea in mind of how I wanted to use it for catfish. Here's a fish. But it didn't really work out. Now it's more of a novelty thing for the catfish. And my ultralight fishing, while it's very helpful for it, I kind of like keeping my ultralight fishing simple. Just coming out here, no graph, no motor, you know, just kind of messing around. But for the I'm a terrible crappie fisherman. And to be able to quickly go down through here, and there's that right there, to be able to quickly go through and eliminate all these down trees and brush that aren't holding a lot of fish or aren't holding the right fish, you know, it's very helpful for that. So it really just depends, I think, on the type of fishing that you do and what you're wanting it for, of whether or not it's worth it. Lonnie, it looks like I've been live about 96 minutes, about an hour and a half. We've caught a bunch of fish, but I'm ultralight fishing, so I always catch a bunch of fish doing this. Hey, what's up, Brian B? Richard Briggs says, like your show, but leave the sex crap alone. It detracts from your show. Is it about the whole Dick Studebaker name? Like, guess what, Richard Briggs? I can't do it. Why ain't my screen working? Hold on, y'all. You know what's detracting from the show, Richard Briggs? Is people like you complaining. You gone. You can still watch if you want to, but your ass ain't commenting no more. Complainers get blocked. Listen, I understand. I keep things pretty relatively PG on here. I mean, I try to. I occasionally slip up and get mad or pissed off or something, but it's relatively PG. My regular videos especially, because they're edited out. But if I'm live, this ain't the damn Disney Channel. Real live video is real life, and I'm a real life person. And real life isn't always PG. Sometimes things get said, and if a joke about OnlyFans offends you, well, you and me wouldn't get along in real life anyway. And since this live stream's all about my community of hopefully people that I would get along with well in real life, that's who I want to interact with on here. So take your ass on out of here. You ain't commenting. You can watch if you want to. I don't give a damn. But you ain't commenting no more. Take a hike. Anybody else with that kind of attitude going to tell me how I need to talk and act on here, they can take a hike too. That's how I feel about those people. By gosh. See if I can run off some more people on here today. Larry R says he loves watching all my videos. See, Larry's positive. I like Larry. Larry don't come on here and complain and tell me how I need to think, act, and feel. Corey Johnson said, this ain't Disney, got me. It's the damn truth. Little River says, my wife loves your live stream. She likes it when you let people know about themselves. Yeah, well, here's how I feel. I mean, you know, they want to tell me what they don't like about what I'm doing. By God, I'm going to tell them what I don't like about them. Here comes I had one hooked. People like that piss me off. This is free content. I didn't ask that guy to click on it. He chose to click on it. All of them do. And you'd think you'd have a little bit of common sense in your head if somebody's live It's unedited. Anything can happen. I mean, I don't know anything about the TV industry. The only live shows, though, I guess really is sports, right? But if it's a normal live show, can it even be G-rated? It would have to be at least PG, right? Because, I mean, there's always a chance, unless it's on a delay where they could bleep something. There ain't no delay on this. I mean, it just is what it is. So, I mean, people like that piss me off. Chancellor, no, hit me with a 5-spot. He said, how would someone go about sending you some fishing lures? Well, Chancellor, I appreciate the offer, and thank you for the super chat, but I probably wouldn't. I'm not big on lures, you know, I like these Gulp. But I don't use a lot of lures, so you're better off probably just saving your money there on the postage and money on the lures. Here's Chancellor, I'm going to dedicate a fish to you. But you'd just be wasting your money, and I don't want to, you know, be obligated to use stuff that I may not end up using. Oh, there's a bass. Did you see that? I hope it wasn't blurred out. There was a bass that come up and looked at him. He come up real slow and just looked at him there. I don't think the bass was much bigger than the bluegill, but he was on there, man. That's twice that's happened today. Here he is. Chancellor Atten's for you, buddy. Thank you for the offer on the lures, though. Oh, speaking of Dick Studebaker, there he is. He says, at $4.99, he says, you're welcome to use my name anytime. Well, thank you, Dick. Dick, I was just talking about you, and some old boy didn't like it. He finds your name offensive, I guess. I love your name. I think Dick Studebaker may be the best name I've ever seen on YouTube, and I'm going to dedicate this fish right here to Dick. I'd love for a big bass to come up and eat this thing. We're going to get one of them hit at some point, because it's 2 bass now. Let's follow the bluegill up. It's going to happen. Dick Studebaker, there you go, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Let's rehook this Gulp here, see if we can get another fish or 2 out of it. There we go. Yeah, we're going to get another fish. There's fishing with Big Mike. What's going on, Big Mike? Matt McCraney in the house. Randy Shaw, yeah, we watch Cobra Kai. We actually just started the new season. We watched the first episode of the new season a couple nights ago. Love some Cobra Kai. I loved the movie Karate Kid back in the day. But I love the concept of Cobra Kai, because it's basically, you know, there's always 2 sides to every story. And in the Karate Kid, we saw basically Daniel's side of it. And in Cobra Kai, you kind of get to see a little bit more of Johnny. And they've brought back all the old characters and stuff from the show, and it gets that whole nostalgia thing. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Nostalgia, a good deal, and redheaded women. Them 3 things get me every time. And so Cobra Kai has definitely hit the nostalgia. Terry Tunnel says, Justin, this world needs more down-to-earth guys like you. That's what makes people love watching your videos. Well, thank you. See, Terry's a nice person, too. Terry comes on the chat and says something nice and positive. See, we can all get along when we're nice and positive. Now, you would think, I think Terry's the type of person here, it's based on how polite he is in the chat, that if he clicked on this video and maybe he didn't like me, you know, maybe he didn't He either didn't like me or didn't like what I was doing. He's probably got sense enough to just click off the video, you know, and not like some of these people that want to try to change you. I always look at them people like they're trying to control somebody. Like they must not have any control of their own lives if they're on here trying to change the behavior of a total stranger. But Terry ain't like that. Terry's a good person. Lost my spot now, Terry. Uh-oh, John Shackelford got some messages deleted too. He's commented a bunch. I don't know if that's a accident or maybe misinterpretation or maybe he sided with the other guy. I don't know. Shackelford's been on here a lot though. Well, James Shuey likes me no matter what, live or not. Now, Hood Billy John's a big supporter too now. I wonder what he's getting deleted for. Yeah, Deaf Man Fishing, these gulp do tear pretty easy. The smaller the hook you can use. These are number 8 hooks, but that'll help a lot with keeping them from tearing so bad. Those bigger hooks tear right through them. Penny in Kentucky here says, "Hey Justin, I had a camp stove blow up on my hand 2 weeks ago. Is it normal to still have bubbles 2 weeks later?" Yeah, I mean, you can, Penny. Yeah, you need to get you some Silvadine's what you need. Some Silvadine cream. I don't know if you went to the doctor or not. If you did, I'm sure that's what they give you. But Silvadine's real good on the burns. If you're blistered though, it sounds. I wouldn't pop the blisters, but definitely need to be putting some Silvadine on there. Leonard Vaughn's been a member for 11 months. Thank you, Leonard. He said he tuned in just in time to catch your comment and the whole Disney Channel bit. You come in at a good time, Leonard. I done forgot that fella's name. He'll never forget mine, though. But he gone. And his comment really wasn't even that bad. I mean, believe me, it wasn't. It was minor. But those people just piss me off. They trigger me. And so that's why it's best that I just go ahead and block them. Because I know people like that trigger me, and I know I wouldn't get along with them in real life. So it's best to just go ahead and eliminate them from my life. Now, he wasn't as bad. I mean, I get nasty comments all the time. And that guy definitely wasn't nasty or anything. But it pisses me off none the same. Just the same, so. He gone. A lot of YouTubers try to add subscribers, you know. They're doing giveaways and stuff, basically trying to buy subscribers, trying to pay off people to watch their videos. Not me. Not me. If I could go through and manually unsubscribe, I'd unsubscribe a bunch. These live streams are about the quality of the audience, not necessarily the quantity of the audience. That's how I view it. Thank you for being a member so long, though, Leonard. You're a good man. Stuck with me a long time. Well, Daniel Duran see, Penny, Daniel Duran, he's got you hooked up on the Silvadine too. All we need now is a doctor or nurse practitioner to be on my live stream that can call you in a prescription, Penny, and we'll be set. Oh, there's John Shackelford. I didn't think John would be somebody that was getting out of line on here. He said he was agreeing with you, Justin. People have control problems. Yeah, I agree. Usually, sometimes, you know, on YouTube, all this stuff's anonymous. You know, everybody's got a screen name. But occasionally I'll get somebody, especially in that buzzard crap video, you know, they come out of the woodwork on that on Facebook. But on Facebook, you know, you can click on somebody's profile and take a look at them. And I got them, man. I got the whole stereotype down. I can peg these people, man. I know before I click on them how old they're going to be. They're going to be divorced. They're going to be making posts that get about 5 or, oh boy, they come out of the water right there. They're going to be getting 5 or less thumbs up or comments because everybody in their life hates them. They're just miserable human beings. And so for some reason, they've clicked on my content and then want to inflict their misery on me. And I don't need friends or engagement that bad to put up with people like that. I mean, we're getting periodic skipjack coming up here, y'all. I'm trying to work this a little bit erratically. They're not very active today, but they're here. I feel like it's when I've let that jig sink down and I'm steady retrieving it in toward the end. That's when they're coming up after it. I'm coming up through that school. That bird right there got him a meal. That bird don't give a crap, man. I mean, we're doing a live stream. We got people watching here from all over the world. And that bird, he's just like, I'm gonna do my thing. He's like, just go about your day, go about your business. I'm gonna just eat me a shad here as it goes by. All right, bird, I'm gonna sneak on by this bird here. I don't want to spook him. You just stay right there, bird. We're going around you. Get him. What do you think that bird's name is? What's your name, bird? Do you have a name? What do you want to be called? I don't even know what kind of bird that is. We got all kinds of birds around here. That ain't one of them type of birds that comes to my bird feeder. We'll see you, bird. Bird's the word, as Pee Wee Herman used to say. That guy that didn't like me saying the name Dick Studebaker, I bet you he was real upset when Pee Wee Herman got caught in them adult theaters back in the day, because he was an actual kids program. I remember I had a Pee Wee Herman doll as a kid. You pull a string on it and it would talk and stuff. And he got caught. I think he got caught in the bathroom or a movie theater or something. But that fella that didn't like, boy, I bet that fella had a real problem with Pee Wee Herman. I done lost my spot. I don't know where the hell I'm at. I'm just gonna pick a spot here at random. Oh, May is in the hospital, getting some nerves reconnected. That sounds intense. I hope you have a quick recovery, buddy. Hate that you're going through that. Larry Toe, I've had this rod here for, Lord, I don't know. Probably at least 5 years, I guess. I can't remember when I put my first ultralight video on this channel. It was probably 2016 or 2017. I know I had this rod then, so I ain't going to replace it. I like it, so I ain't going to replace it. Well, Jimmy, I'm glad you're enjoying watching, but I can only imagine what you're going through right now. I'm glad the videos maybe distract you a little bit or provide you a little bit of, here's something, here's something. What we got here? That's another bluegill right there. Come up here, fish. The old hard pulling thing, you. I'm gonna dedicate this in here to Leonard Vaughn, who's been a club member for forever. He gave me the fin there. He got me right in the hand there, Leonard, but that's another pretty good bluegill. Let's cast back over. I see something popping them leaves over there. Missy Kennedy, this is a 6-foot rod right here. Here we go, another bluegill. Old bluegill, he's ate that kind of deep too. Can we? Oh, it ain't too deep. We'll get that out. You're in luck, bluegill. I got my pliers today. We're gonna pop that thing right out of you. Well, I thought we was gonna get it right out. Well, heck for y'all. There we go, now we got it. Get out of here, you old bluegill. Got me between the fingers, he spiked me. Them bluegills a prickly little thing, ain't they? They flare them fins up, buddy, they'll get you. I don't know how far behind I am. I'm gonna scroll on down. I apologize for missing people's comments, y'all. I've went off on some tangents and got behind in a chat, and I don't even know where I'm at here. Oh, there went one. My mom got one. There's another one we ran off. Here's another fish, though. We on some fish there. You can see up there on that bank, there's a tree that's fallen over into the water there. The whole roots are up there on the bank. It just got uprooted at some point, and I bet you we're casting right over some branches down there. There's bluegill all over it right now. Chancellor knows that his message is showing us deleted for me. I don't know what y'all talking about. I turned my Facebook Messenger thing off there on my business page a long time ago, so I don't get messages through there anymore. And my settings are such on Instagram, I rarely get a message on there. I think I have to have messaged the person first before they can message me on Instagram. That's why I'm hoping MC Hammer will eventually respond, because I slid into his DMs. There's that one, a little bit smaller one here. This tree's got a bunch of fish on it, but they all seem to be small thus far. I'm gonna keep casting over there, though. No, Ted, I trolled for them skips first thing this morning. And I didn't do any good. I couldn't hardly troll very long because of all the gunk on the water. I kept getting leaves and weeds and stuff in my jigs and spoons. I'll probably try trolling on the way back, but George says I don't have a kayak. Yeah, I don't have my kayak catfish hat on today. I really didn't plan on doing a live stream today. It just kind of, when I wasn't getting any bait. That's what I mainly come out here for. I thought, well, I'm gonna try today to try the GoPro out as my camera on the live stream, and that didn't work out. And so then I thought, well, I'll try out this fancy mount here and see if I can get it going for this style of fishing, and then figure out where I need to keep my hands to keep the screen from blurring out on the autofocus. And so just kind of experimenting today. Kind of messing around, catching some fish, having a good time. No, trophy seeker, I ain't going. Bluegill just ain't a very good bait around here. It's a good bait in a lot of places. There was another skip. They're coming up and following it right there, but they just ain't. That's probably one of the reasons why I wasn't catching them trolling, because they seem to be pretty tight to the bank, but they're not real active today. They're not real committing. There's Tom W. What's going on, Tom? Trophy Seeker says it is in Chattanooga. Well, listen, Trophy Seeker, you down there in Chattanooga. There's so many big fish down there on Nickajack, you could about throw anything out down there and catch big fish. But bring your bluegill up here and show me how well you're doing on it up here. People use it, and I've used it a lot just out of convenience and stuff. You know, it's a very convenient bait to get. I love fishing for them, as evidenced today. We snagged up on that. I think I broke off. Yeah, we broke off another one, y'all. But, I mean, all the times I've used bluegill on Loudon and Watts Bar, I could probably count on one hand how many really big fish I've got on it. And for as much time as I have used it, it just, you know, again, I'm a numbers guy. The numbers don't lie. But down there, you know, it's like all them guys using chicken over there in South Carolina on Santee Cooper. You know, it's like, well, when you got a good population of big fish, you can use lesser baits and get big fish more frequently. And some bodies of water, you know, they'll do it, but out here we got such a big population of shad and skipjack that that's what they're eating the bulk of the time. I'm gonna retie here, y'all. I'm gonna move on from that tree. So we got a few bluegill off of it, but not the quality on that tree as some of them we got down through here. The bar's been set high for me, y'all, on them other bluegill that we've got there. Hopefully cell phone service seems to be doing okay today. That's a positive. We got that working in our favor. When I filmed the last raw and uncut video, I was on down around the bend. And I had looked at my phone that day just for potential future live streams, and I didn't have very good service down there around the bend. I guess the way the land is over there, but up here on this part, I don't think at least if I've buffered, I ain't noticed today. Nobody said anything about it. All right, let's get set up back over here. Let's get the camera back in the chest here. I assume everybody likes the chest cam better than the other one. I had hoped to be able to use this mount and be able to get me and the direction that I'm casting all in the same frame while allowing me to kind of glance over and see the chat box, but that is not really possible, unfortunately. It's good in theory. It was worth trying. Trophy Seeker Outdoors says they just jump right in the boat in Chattanooga, right? Well, every time I've been down there, just about, I've caught a big fish. I caught, it was last year, I think I made a comment, I'd caught more fish, big fish, in one day fishing down there than what I'd caught in a few months up here. I like fishing down there in Chattanooga though. It's just beautiful down there in the gorge and stuff. The mountains on each side of you there. It's just beautiful country. I hate making the drive down there, really. It's that Chattanooga traffic, depending on what time you driving in or driving out, will just ruin it for you, or does for me anyway. I hate traffic. Christopher Presley in the house. What's going on? Well, let's keep moving on down through here, y'all. We're going to just keep making our way down. Cat rakes, any upcoming trips planned with creek fishing adventures? No, nothing definitively planned. I think he's got some more bass tournaments coming up here. He's got his state team cast state. Hell, I don't know what it's called. All the local clubs meet up have a state tournament. I know he's got that one coming up for sure, and I think the local tournament trails classic is coming up as well. So he's probably got some of those tournaments he's got to be practicing for, I'd say. Hopefully fish with him again here soon, though. I ain't fished with him this year. There's John Boat Morava with a $5. He said, finally I get to see a live. He says, Justin, would you give my wife Tabitha a shout out, please? Love all that you do. Well, thank you for the super chat, man. And shout out to your wife, Tabitha. I don't know Tabitha, but I know if she's putting up with you, she's clearly a good woman. Hopefully if she's watching with you today, she's got her earbuds in and she's on TikTok or something, or Instagram. Hopefully she ain't listening to this nonsense. But it's nice of her to let you watch. I'm glad you finally got to see a live while it's live. We just out here messing around today. Tuning in late, I'm ultralight fishing. I come out here looking for some skipjack this morning and have seen more skipjack while I'm ultralight fishing than what I saw when I was trying to actually target them. And since that wasn't panning out, I thought, well, I'll try to use my GoPro as a live stream camera today. I thought I'd try that out. And that was an epic fail. And now I don't have any audio on my GoPro. Whatever I've done, I've completely jacked it up. So I got to figure that out. And so then I was like, well, I got this mount here I was wanting to play with and whatnot. And so I thought, well, we'll just go live. Since I couldn't film with my GoPro and I couldn't get any bait, we would just go live on here and see if anybody's on today. And well, what do you know? Any hour of the day, somebody is online. You can guarantee it. So thank you for everybody who stopped in and watching me catch a few fish. Big shout out to Tabitha for letting John Boat Morava watch today. I appreciate you. I got another school. I don't know if you can see on the camera there. Another school of them shad over here. I'm trying to let that jig just fall down under them. Nothing that time. We kind of just go in and out of fish. You know, we get on a few and get on a few trees there. Dadgummit. There we go. Got out of it. Talent, folks. Talent. You can't hide it. Let's see, where'd I leave off? Let me scroll up to John Boat's comment there. Penny says she thought Louisville traffic was bad until New York. Penny, let me tell you something. I worked in Louisville a few years ago. I did a travel nurse contract up there. I can tell you, Louisville traffic is bad. You're not wrong about that. It sucks too. I hate Louisville traffic also. James Carwell said he's gonna bring me some trout next time he's down here catching them. Yeah, people use some trout here, certain places. It's legal. NJ Fishing Maniac said I wouldn't like living in New Jersey. I don't think I'd like living in New Jersey for a multitude of reasons, but yeah, traffic would definitely ruin it for me. Humber Hungry, we ain't caught any crappie today. It's been bluegill. I've landed 2 skipjack and had a few more follow us up, and there's been a couple bass that have followed bluegill up. They haven't hit them, but they followed bluegill up as I have reeled them in. I thought for sure I was going to get a fish under that school right there, but no such luck. Oh, where he? Oh, yeah, he's. Oh goodness, there was another skip right there. Dadgummit. Them skipjack, they're small and they're fairly tight to the bank, and I have to believe they're following them schools of shad around. Here's a fish. Let's see what this is. I don't think this is a skipjack right here. Don't think it is. I think it's probably a bluegill, but it feels like a good one. That feels like a good one. I'm going to dedicate this into Tabitha, John Boat Morava's wife here, being so kind to let him watch and allowing him to get in her pocketbook and give me that $5. There you go, Tabitha. That one's for you. That's a pretty good bluegill right there. Thank you again, Tabitha, for letting your husband get in your pocketbook and get that $5 bill out of there. Oh, hell, he joined the club too. Thank you, John Boat Morava. Boy, I guess I should be thanking Tabitha again. First off, she let him in. She let him get in the pocketbook there, get $5 out. And then she let him get back in there to get $10 out. He gonna clean her pocketbook plumb out. She's gonna be at the Dollar General later today needing to buy some deodorant or toothpaste or something, and she's gonna get in her purse, and all the cash is gonna be gone. She's gonna be like, "Where'd all that money go?" She's gonna be getting on. She's like, "You didn't give all that Kayak Catfish guy. You didn't give him all that money, did you?" He's gonna plead innocent on it. He's gonna pretend like he don't know what's going on. I already know how that's going down. I appreciate you joining the club, though, John Boat Morava. You're a good man. He says, Tabitha agreed. It's time to rejoin since I got a 40-cent raise at work. 40-cent raise. You know, it sounds like you got a job like I used to have. I'm going to switch out this Gulp. You know, back when I was working as a nurse and stuff, these hospitals, they make you jump through 3 hoops, do backflips through 3 hoops that are on fire to try to get a 2% raise every year. Pretty daggone ridiculous. In the nursing world, to get you raised, they want you to give up your free time. They want you to be on one committee, head up another committee. go to all these mandatory staff meetings, do all these mandatory in-services on your own time, of course. And then if you miss one or two, when it's time for your raise, they're like, well, we see here, Justin, we had a mandatory staff meeting in May, and even though you was on a vacation that you planned for 6 months out, you missed this mandatory meeting, so unfortunately we're only going to be able to give you a 1.5% raise this year. I don't miss them days. That was one of the big perks of being a travel nurse. When I started traveling, all those, here we go. Here's another one. When I started traveling, didn't have to fool with any of that stuff. No more in-services, no more committees, no more jumping through the hoops to get the raise. Look at this, folks. This one right here. I know I keep saying we've had a few of them now that we're like, well, that's the biggest one of the day. This one here might be it. Deaf Man Fishing hit me with a 5-spot. He said, can you shout out my girlfriend, Angel? We love watching you catch them whoppers. I'm going to do one better than that for you. We're going to dedicate this fish right here to Angel, and I'm going to throw it on the board here if I can get hold of him. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Come here, fish. You're going to calm down now. We're going to just put you on that board. That's another one there that's over 8 inches. I guess I had the big eye on him. I thought he was bigger than that. He's thick, though. He's thick, man. That's a good bluegill right there. So shout out to Angel. Thank you for the super chat there, buddy. I'm gonna spin back around here and we'll see if we can't get another one over here. I had a mosquito right there on my ankle too. I didn't even know he was buzzing around there. He's on my ankle. Back up over here. We'll see if we can get a few more bluegill like that. I like them like that, man. That's a good time right there. Damn River Boy said if someone gave me money, I would throw my fish back also and go to the store and buy them. John Boat says he works for Gap clothing distributors. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's all the same. No matter what industry you're in these days, there's another fish. It's all the same. You got some corporate suit in an office somewhere that's trying to justify their position by telling you how to do your job with some policy, even though they don't have a damn clue how to do your job. It's like that in every industry. And then if you don't do things their way, which is usually inefficient and makes no damn sense, then they dock you come raise time. Let me scroll down here. I'm gonna find a Catfish Club member. Right here, Marshallin Outdoors Catfish Club member. That's for you, buddy. He says, what about using small bluegill on a rod trolling behind you? Well, in theory, that would work out, Marshallin. But in reality, what would happen is I make my way along, that bluegill would be swimming around and getting down in branches and brush and stuff that's under me. And it would end up being more hassle than it's worth. At least that's, when I've tried it in the past, that's how it's been. It ends up being more of a nuisance and kind of getting in the way, especially if I get hung in a tree or something over here on the bank and I gotta go get a jig, then I gotta reel that other rod in. And I'm just lazy, Marshall, that's what it boils down to. I'm lazy. I just do what I do. John Boat said, that sounds just like my work. Yeah. It's like that everywhere. It's an epidemic. All these corporate people are all the same. everybody's just trying to fly under the radar and justify their existence at a particular company. That's how it is, all them suits. You know, you could, you know, my girlfriend now, I probably shouldn't say too much because somebody will call her work, but she's working in human resources now, and so she sees all the corporate side of it and goes to all the meetings and whatnot. And sometimes she tells me them stories, and I'm like, see, this is why there's such a gap in you know, just speaking from the hospital side of things, such a gap in patient care and employee satisfaction, because the people that's calling the shots and making all the decisions don't know a damn thing about how to take care of the patients and do what's, they got us, you know, following policies and protocols that totally inefficient and slow us down and not good, you know, not best for the patient. But again, it's when it's time for their raise or their big bonus, they can go to their boss and say, well, look what I've done. I've done this, this, and that, even though it makes no damn sense what they've done, but they can say they've done something. I don't know how I got to talking about all this. I'm off on another tangent. Let me find another comment here to distract me. Motivator from Saluda in South Carolina. Jim White says, don't buy Champion plugs, I make them. There you go. Up, 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 little splash over there, a little splash. Let's just throw over here, see what's going on. James Carwell said, you get in a school, those bluegill 8 inches or better, you have a good time on your hands. I agree. There's carp and catfish baits, tips, and tricks. I'm just ultralight fishing today, so it's always pretty good in the ultralight fishing, but we got some good quality bluegill and a couple small skipjack. Yeah, Penny, I still got all the bikes. I got to film one more video, and then I'll be selling them. Well, selling part of them. We'll sell all but one. I got to do one more video somehow or another. There's Sharina's keeping it real. What's going on? There's Has Life. We got everybody up in here today. My ankle's itching, y'all. I got bit by that skeeter a minute ago. Now I got to scratch my ankle. Look here, I'm talented. I was scratching my ankle when this fish hit. That's talent. Come over here, fishy. Get over here. Show yourself off to the world. This fish, he's fighting so hard, not because he's got a hook in his mouth, just because he don't want to be on camera today. This fish here, he's plumb camera shy. What do you think about it, fish? You want to tell these people? Oh, he don't want to tell you nothing. He said he's getting out of here. I don't know where he went. Hang on a minute, y'all. Hang on. Let me set y'all up here. I got to find this bluegill. He's hid from me here. Gosh, dog it. There he is. Now we got him. This fish right here, for a fish that was so camera shy, he sure got a lot of extra camera time, didn't he? Daggone fish. Let's go back the other direction there now. Well, let's keep making our way along here. Marshall says he's taking a mental health day from work tomorrow. Heck yeah, man. I worked with a lady one time, and she gave me some of the best advice that I'd ever heard with her sick time. She would call in sick. She'd basically work enough to accumulate enough hours to be able to, you know, get paid for a day off, and then she'd take it. You know, she'd call in sick and take it. And she's like, look, they can fire you at any given time. And when they do, all that sick time that's supposed to be a benefit to you, it's part of your pay package, they ain't going to pay it. They'll pay you vacation time. They ain't paying you sick time. So she said, when I get enough hours to collect it, I'm taking a day off. And by God, she did. She called in more than anybody I ever seen in my life. But I guarantee you, when she either quit or got fired, she didn't lose any of her sick time hours. She had made the most of every one of them. Lonnie said, have you ever thought about a slot tournament for bluegill? I don't know that such a thing exists. Somebody might have one going out there, but I don't know about it. Yeah, Savannah Outdoors, I did last year on the Ocoee River. The generators had come on, and I got swept into a tree. And what you don't want to do in a kayak when you get swept into a tree by current, you don't want to grab the tree. And I did. You know, it's your natural instinct to do that. It's the wrong instinct. But I grabbed that tree, and my upper body stopped, and the kayak and my lower body kept moving, and over I went. So it was a little bit of an ordeal. That's been the only time I've ever went overboard. Jason Smith said they're doing the teachers the same way. I believe it. It's a problem across the board. It'll eventually swing back the other way. The pendulum will swing. It's went far in one direction, and it'll come back because everybody will quit. Here's another fish. People will quit or unionize. Union was always a bad word when I was, you know, working and stuff. I think there's a nursing strike about to happen. I'd got an email about it in Duluth, Minnesota, I believe it was, offering big money to go up there and on their labor dispute. I don't know if the strike ended up happening or not, but a lot of times they'll put in their notice to strike and then it resolves before it takes place. But we own some fish right here again. These are smaller bluegill than what we were getting there earlier. It's a bite nonetheless. There's Levi Williams. He said he is now the everyday fisherman. All right. I'm more of just a Tuesday fisherman myself, Levi. Savannah says, I have you on my computer while I chart. I know all about giving up free time. Savannah, here's another fish. This fish has given up his free time to tug on my line. That's a little better one. That's a little better than them others here. This one's got a funny shaped head. I feel like his head, he's more rounded. He's more like a basketball. He's ate that jig deep too. I'm gonna see if I can do some surgery here. We might be able to salvage this, and if not, we may end up taking him with us. Old Trophy Seeker wants me to use some bluegill for bait. He swears by it down there in Chattanooga. All right, I got it out. Is he bleeding? I think he's gonna be. No, he is bleeding a little bit there. We're gonna put that in the cooler. We'll stick that in there. I got 2 skipjack and a bluegill in the cooler now. fix it. We may need to switch out that gulp in a minute too there. Oh Lord, there's Sandra. $5, Florida Channel Catfish says, okay, NFL starts, let's go. Sandra, remind me who you had again today. Did you have Indianapolis today? Was that who you were taking? I can't remember. Y'all, if you have joined our Survivor League, I posted the link there, got several of you that have joined. Make sure you get your pick in today before the game starts, because if you miss that bluegill's followed us all the way up right there. Eat that thing, bluegill. Eat it right in front of us. If you don't submit a pick, that's the same as losing. So make sure you get your picks in. I lost my spot again. Oh, heck. I'm going to scroll on down. I've lost my spot. I apologize, y'all. Marshland said he's the lawnmower man at his job. I was the leaf blower man at my house the other night. I got me a leaf blower, and that's one of the most satisfying things to do. Is after I'm done mowing, I blow the grass clippings off the driveway. And sometimes I intentionally mow so that the grass clippings hit the driveway just so I can use the leaf blower. We won't hear no lawnmower or leaf blower man where I'm at today. This is just wide open out through here. It's just pretty much woods on both sides of the channel here. Got some people saying Eagles, yeah. Yeah, Florida. Sandra's got the Colts. I thought she had the Colts today. I looked at that Eagles-Lions game, and I thought, so I've been watching the Lions on Hard Knocks, and I like Dan Campbell, but I ain't real impressed with their team. And so I thought about taking Philadelphia minus the points today, but Colin Cowherd kind of talked me out of it. All the professionals there are big on Detroit and the points, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, crap, y'all. Is it 1 o'clock? Oh, hell far. The games are on right now. I didn't realize it was that late. Have I really been live almost 3 hours? Holy cow, I didn't know it was that late. I'm missing the ball games. What the hell? All right, y'all, listen. I'm gonna catch one more fish here, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I didn't realize it was that late. Have I really been live 153 minutes? I'll be damned. I apologize. I have lost complete track of time. I figured I'd just go live for an hour or so here and try out this mount and try to dial some stuff in here. I had no idea. Dadgummit. Missing the ball games right now. I don't know if I can watch Baker in Cleveland today or not on my TV. I don't know if the channel will be blacked out or not, but I'm going to pull for Baker today. We're pulling for Baker today, and we're pulling for Tom Brady tonight, because I'm going to win me about $5 on each of them if they win. Well, I'm a long ways from the car, too. Dadgummit. It'll be halftime before I get home. I can't believe that. I blame you. One of y'all should have reminded me what time it was getting to be. I wasn't even looking at it. Damn River Boy said, you mean this is over? I thought you were getting bait for real fish. I never catch any real fish. So I don't know what you're talking about. I've never caught a real fish in my life. John Shackelford says, thanks for going live. Well, thanks for tuning in, man. I'm glad you's tuned in today. We've had Hell, I don't know, 200 something people. About the whole time, I think. Weekend videos never do well for me, but you know, again, there's always somebody online, and a day like today, here's your fish, here's gonna be the one we ended on. A day like today when I'm doing this style of fishing, it's hard to read chat boxes and cast and stuff, so I almost prefer not to have a big audience when I'm doing this. It's a good bluegill, right? Man, the quality today overall has been another really good day of bluegill. We've got a lot of bluegill in the 7.5 to 8 inch range there. That's awesome, man. All right. Well, let's dedicate this into one more part. Let's do my mom here on this and dedicate that into my mom. She's always moderating for me and doing a good job with that. Well, y'all, again, I've botched everything out here today, man. I've messed up my GoPro. I should have never tried to go live with that thing. I don't know what I've done, but I got no audio on it anymore. Maybe it'll stay tore up, that way I can justify never using it again. Anyway, I tried. I gave it a college try. But had some fun out here. Got a couple small skipjack, but got a bunch of bluegill. It was fun, but nevertheless, y'all, I've made a terrible mistake. I've stayed out here too long and now I'm missing the ball game. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna watch football the rest of the day. And hopefully, whatever team you're pulling for today, hope you win. Everybody that super chatted me, joining the club today, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll try to do some catfishing or carp fishing in the next live stream. I know more people like that kind of thing, but I like this kind of fishing. I do it quite a bit. So anyway, I'll see you. Y'all